Hello, thanks for clicking on my demo of the new Pacifica Alight foundation and the liquid color concealer and the Pacifica Crystal Rays Luminous Translucent Setting Powder. So I'm so excited today to try the new Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation. It is in a gorgeous kind of frosted glass container, and the Natural Minerals Liquid Cover Full Coverage Lasting Concealer. I'm going to demo these. They're going to be like a first impression with me just giving them a try. And then I'm hoping to next week have a full face of Pacifica coming up. I did 2 hauls. I had some 15% off and then a 15% off at Pacifica.com, and then I had 20% off on my Ulta site, plus I had some loyalty rewards there. So I made 2 separate purchases, and I'm really excited to give some of the Pacifica makeup more of a try. I have used a lot of their skincare, but not as much of their makeup. I do have 2 setting powders, so we will use those as well. So I was really interested in this foundation because it is silicone free. I have the color Neutral Medium. The number is 26. Pacifica is made in the US, and it is this specific formula is without silicone, formaldehyde, phthalates, mineral oil, parabens, or petroleum. And I did look it up, and the first ingredient is water, and the second ingredient is squalane, I believe is how you say that. So here is a pump, and we'll just kind of get into it. I think we'll do one side sponge, and then the other side I will use my Bare Minerals Activated Charcoal Buffing Brush. So, I looked up squalane, I hope I'm saying that right. It scores a 1 on the Environmental Working Group website, and this is where I got most of my information from. I'll state it if I got my info from anywhere else. It is a conditioning agent, an emollient plant or animal derived conditioning agent. But since Pacifica is vegan and cruelty free, I am fairly certain that theirs is plant derived. Well, I mean, that's what that would mean. And we'll go in with this side with the brush. I'm not really noticing a big difference in the application between the sponge and the brush. So I have the concealer in the color 14 Neutral Medium. I'm afraid that this is going to be a little dark for under my eyes, but it might be okay. I think we'll wing it. I did not have the option on the Pacifica site to choose the next light color. They were sold out. So it's definitely not brightening up my skin by any means, but it isn't too dark. I did, however, pick up one of their brightening concealers. It's the Under Eye Brightener. So I thought that would be a good combo since this one wasn't really going to be brightening. So I might pop a little bit of that on. And this does have caffeine in it. And it is a little illuminizing, and I'm okay with that. So it looks like this. I got it in the color Bare. The other option was a little bit more of a peachy shade. I'm finding it a little harder to blend out. I might like it a little better if I actually just apply it to my sponge. Definitely feeling illuminated. Neutralizing mineral mattifier, and I got mine in the shade 1. It does say it's translucent, but it has a shade. So do with that what you may. Looks like this. It has what I would almost call like a little bit of a taupe-ish sort of undertone. So I'm just gonna use my Wayne Goss number 10, which is what I always use to set. And I'm going to double check to make sure I'm tapped out on the lids. We'll see. I don't really think I'm noticing much color. Give a little bit more product and oh, I think that sets the under eye just fine. I think that looks pretty. I'm gonna set, and then I want to use, I almost wonder if it looks like I took a little bit of product off right here. I might have, I might be seeing like a little bit of makeup transfer. And this does not seem like it is gonna set, so I will set that with, and I'm gonna use the Illuminating. So this is the Crystal Rays Luminous Translucent Setting Powder. And this one, this is a mica setting powder. It is talc free, so if you are definitely trying to avoid talc, I'm not specifically concerned with talc because the companies I buy talc products from are usually very transparent about where they get their talc from. But some people are trying to avoid talc altogether, so this would be a good option. It definitely has a scent. It smells like powder cherries. I wouldn't need that. I'm not here to be able to see. It is definitely shimmery. But once it's on the skin, you're not gonna see any glitter. I'm not seeing any glitter. I feel like maybe it looks like I moved a little product around in there, but. All right, you guys. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll come back and let you know what I think. Okay, so my makeup is finished. I did try the eyeshadow palette, the mascara, and the lips. The lips is the Liquid Mineral Lipstick, and first impression of this is, I think it is a little darker on my lips than it looks in the tube, and I actually, when I bought it, I thought it looked darker on the website, and I was intending for it to be more of like a warm, kind of a coral color. It's definitely what I would call, I hate to say the word nude, because like nude is such a different color, but it's sort of in that like nude tonal, where it doesn't really pull to like one like cool pink or, you know, too orangey or too red or to any of those tones. It's just very kind of basic, and it's a liquid lipstick, but it feels like a gloss. It's very slippery, doesn't dry down. I could feel like maybe it could be a little messy, but this is my completed look. I think the foundation looks really pretty on my skin. I've been looking at it up close. I'm still liking it. I have like maybe a few little spots where I'm like, did I kind of move the product around a little too much when I was applying my, you know, bronzer and my powder. But you know, that first time you try foundation, it doesn't always go perfectly. The foundation is $16 and the concealer is $13, and the setting, this is $12, and I think that the other one was $12 as well. But these three are, you know, the new kind of things that are going on, whereas some of the other things I am trying from Pacifica aren't new. So that's why I'm not really like focusing on them in this video, but I do intend to do a full face next week. One of the ingredients in the foundation that is neat is radish root ferment filtrate. It does have a chemical name that I can't really say, Leuconostock. It scores a 1 on the EWG, so it's a safe product, and that is an antimicrobial. So keep that in mind. And this is an oil-free and anti-shine with a satin finish. Nothing in the first, I want to say 6 ingredients scored lower than a 2 on the EWG. So that is awesome. The concealer is also, they call it semi-matte. I'm not sure how I agree with that. It felt pretty dewy on my skin until I set it with powder, but I didn't give it a lot of time. So I think that we will try that again and I'll report back. Oh, I forgot to mention, the foundation comes in 30 shades and the concealer comes in 12 shades. And this is also no silicone, no phthalates, no parabens, sulfates, or petroleum. So in the setting powder, it says no phthalates, talc, parabens, or petroleum. But I looked up something. So mica, oh, this gets complicated, you guys. Mica scores a 2 on the EWG. It is a silicate mineral. It also has silica in it, and silica scores a 1 or a 2 on the EWG, and it is an abrasive, absorbent, anti-caking, bulking, opacifying, suspending agent. So if you look at a dry shampoo or a texture hair product, that almost always has silicone in it. It gives like a grit and it's oil absorbing. So I did a little bit more digging and I got this from the website popsci.com, and I'm just gonna read it to you. It says, in fact, it is dirt, in reference to silica. Almost all kinds of sand, clay, and rock contain silica in one form or another, and overall more than half of the Earth's crust is made of silica. Industrially, silica is converted to pure silicon by heating it with coke, and then it says, not the form, or the form of coal, not the drink. And then I looked up, is silicon the same thing as silicone? Because if I'm trying the foundation, because it's silicone free, now I just put silicone all over my face with the powder. It says silicon is the naturally occurring form and silicone is the synthetic. But I have a feeling on a lot of ingredient lists, they almost use those words interchangeably. That's just a feeling, a thought. I don't know for sure how specific they have to label those types of, you know, that verbiage has to be. But that is something to consider. So I'm finding just more and more down this rabbit hole of silicones, dimethicones, all these cones and cane and silica, that it's hard to get away from it completely. So, you know, keep that in mind. I'm going to keep researching it. I do not have all the ingredients in this guy here, so I can't tell you if this one has silica in it or not, or a silicone in it or not. But I guess if you want to avoid silicones in any of your face powders, silicones, you may then just be back at like the square one of cornstarch or talc. So there's just, it's a lot of confusion when we're talking about cleaner products, and what you are specifically trying to avoid in your routine may not be what the next person is trying to avoid. So silicone might be a better option for you if you need to avoid talc. Silicone may be a better option for you if you need to avoid corn. People have corn allergies. So everybody is looking for something different. So it stinks when a product isn't going to be the right one for us and we'd like to use it, but I do applaud these companies for trying to incorporate different ingredients so that there is at least an option for us.
So I realized how loud the background music was. So basically I was just saying that this was about 1:30 and I had the makeup on for about 3 hours, and that I really enjoyed how it was looking so far, and I thought it was really pretty.
So this is about 4:30. We are at about 6 hours of wear, I would say. I think it's holding up pretty good. I scratched my chin a little bit, and good grief, somebody is like rubbing their engine. I scratched my chin a little bit, and I definitely like just rubbed all the product off. I do feel like I'm a little bit oilier than I have been lately. Not 100% sure if that is, again, the foundation or if it's all the moisture in the air. It is a very rainy, cloudy day, so it very well could be just a lot of the moisture in the air. My last check-in. I did like rub off a little bit of my chin over here. I feel like you can see it's like a little broken up in here, but it's about 7 p.m. So we're looking at about 7, 8, 9, almost 9 hours. It's a little after 7. So I think that you can see like right in here too. I don't think that I would say that this is like the longest of the foundation, like the longest wearing of the foundations that I have in my collection right now. But I also don't think that it would hinder me from using it again. I still think it's a really pretty look and pretty formula, and I really liked how my skin looked today at work. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you next weekish with a full face of Pacifica products. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.